What's up, family? Hey, so I'm stuck in traffic, man, and it's crazy because it's not moving at all. It's just stuck. Making this video. It's my 224th video that I will have uploaded to YouTube. It's again my 224th video, and that's a significant number, very significant, because today I want to talk about legacy. And it's not a coincidence that this is my 224th video. Because earlier this year, the world lost a legend in the sports arena, Kobe Bryant, who wore number 24. And his beautiful daughter, who was an up-and-coming sports star herself, and she wore number 2. So, 224. Kobe Bryant had a big impact on my life as far as the way he played basketball, his mentality, his Mamba mentality. Excuse me. And being a Laker fan, that was my favorite player of all time. And so I started my YouTube channel. Started making videos on August 23rd, which was Kobe Bryant's birthday. And I started it on his birthday to honor his legacy because of what his legacy meant to me, what his life meant to me in my life. And so in order to honor that, I wanted to start my video or my channels. Today we're talking about legacy. And if you know me, I'm always talking about love and making an impact on the lives of others. And the other day I was looking at my queen. I was looking at Fatima, and she was just smiling, and I was like just captivated by her smile. I think she has a beautiful smile, but for some reason this day she was smiling at me, and I was stuck. I mean, I was like just frozen, just mesmerized by her smile. And it's gonna sound weird, but I'm still talking about legacy. Follow me. And so I'm looking at her smile, and she's just smiling at me. And it's weird because as I'm looking at her smile at me, I no longer see Fatima smiling at me. I see my mom, who passed away when I was 2. I saw my mom smiling at me. And it was weird because I look back, and then it shifted. I no longer saw Fatima. I no longer saw my mom smiling at me. I saw my grandmother smiling at me. And I'm like tripping. And I'm just stuck, just wilding out, just like that. I'm bugging. And then it shifted again. I saw my late wife smiling at me. And I'm like rubbing my head because I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. What the heck is going on, And it's weird because my mom, my grandmother, my late wife, Cecilia, and Fatima, they're all about the same complexion. And that just dawned on me that day as I'm looking at, I knew it, but it didn't really, I knew it, but I didn't think about it. But it didn't hit me until that moment. And so I'm like just stuck. It's like, wow, what the heck, And so I'm still looking at her smile at me. And now I see God smiling at me. And I'm so blown away by that. It's like, oh man, I'm wilding, I'm tripping, And I don't do dope, don't smoke weed, rarely drink anything, And I'm like just tripping because I'm physically sitting here looking at her, but I'm seeing my mom. I'm physically sitting here looking at Fatima, but I saw my grandmother. I'm physically sitting here looking at Fatima, but I saw my late wife. I'm physically sitting here with Fatima, but I saw God. And all these people are smiling at me. And it's as if they were saying, I love you. We're proud of you. I'm proud. It's like as if all of them were saying to me, that they love me and that they're proud of me. And then it went back to Fatima, and she was like, "What's wrong with you? You okay?" And it's like, just boo-boo the fool, I'm just tripping. So we get off the phone. I don't say anything to her about it, because I don't want her thinking that I'm wilding out, I'm tripping. And so we get off the phone. And I go into my meditation room because I got to figure out what the heck is going on. What did I just see? What did I just experience? Because I've never experienced that in my life, ever. And so I go into my meditation room and I land there and I'm like deep in meditation, just like, all right, God, what the heck was that about, Because I've had a lot of spiritual experiences, but nothing like that. And it's weird because as I got done meditating, I could hear this voice say, now that you saw, and it was, I perceived the voice to be God. And I could hear this voice saying, now that you saw me through the eyes of Fatima, now that you saw me through the smile of Fatima, now that you saw me in the face of Fatima, can you see me in the mirror? Man, that hit me because I'm like, what? And again, can you see me when you look in the mirror? Can I see? And so, in other words, can I see God when I look at myself? And I'm like, wow, you know what? Scratching my head is like, I don't know about that one, And him is like, you have to be able to see me when you look in the mirror. It's great that you can see me when you look at your queen, but can you see me when you look in the mirror? And I was like, yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I can, And it's like, okay, that's good. Now when you see other people, I want you to be able to see me. It don't matter who they are. Can you see me when you look at other people? It don't matter what they did. It don't matter how they're living their life. Can you see God in them? And that hit me. It's like, man, still talking about legacy. And so it became clear to me that I want my legacy. And I do a lot with helping people find themselves. I do a lot with helping people get beyond their childhood trauma or even adult trauma, just trauma, period. Adults are carrying trauma from adulthood, And so I deal with people and help them get beyond their trauma. And it's like, I think that's great, but I want it to be deeper than that. And now that I'm looking at things, it's like, okay, what is my legacy gonna be? Is it gonna be just that I've helped people get beyond their trauma? Or do I want my legacy to be deeper than that? And it's like, I think about it now and I reflect on it, and it's like, you know what? There wouldn't be any greater honor than to be able to help people see God in themselves. So that when they look in the mirror, they see God. And so that's what I want my legacy to be. My hope and prayer is that each and every one of you can find that place, that moment in your life, that pivotal moment where you're able to look in the mirror and see God looking back at you. That you're able to look into your loved ones, your spouse, your significant other, and be able to see God looking back at you. That you could look in the eyes of strangers or in the face of strangers without judgment or anything else and still be able to see God looking back at you. I love you guys. Peace.